Hey everybody, this is Anadad71. I'm gonna make a golf video today. I just made one a few minutes ago, but I hadn't made it in a while, and there was so many errors that in good conscience, I couldn't submit it to you. I'd feel bad about it. So we're gonna make this one here now that hopefully I can navigate through it enough that I don't look too foolish. So here we go. We're gonna start with export to CSV. This is gonna be a golf one, okay? What this video is about, I apologize. I'm getting ahead of myself. People had asked me, how do you make macro buttons, to run your optimizer and reset it and whatnot. So that's what I'm going to make here. I'm going to make an optimizer for golf. It's going to be very simple because golf is only one type of player. The bottom line is it's irrelevant to me. I really care about setting this up to run macros. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to make a lock column and an in column. This is the DraftKings sheet I just imported over. Going to expand the names a little bit. We're going to put here G for golf equals if, right? Open up the formula. A2 equals G, comma, then 1 times the in, which is H2. Otherwise, quote, quote, enter. And that, of course, right out the gate, equals if A2 equals, quote, G, quote, comma, 1 times the in, which is H2, 1 times H2, comma, otherwise, quote, quote, close it, enter. Okay, there we go. Let's just run this bad boy right down. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move through this part because we should probably know how to do this from my other videos. If you don't, I have videos on it. There are multiple videos all over the internet on it. We're going to make these zeros. You don't have to, but I'm going to for consistency. So that's what you should look like right now, okay? Now we're going to go over to here. I'm going to put salary. It's going to be $50,000. We need equals sum product of the in column. Come on. The in column, comma, and the salary column. Okay. It's going to be 0 because we haven't figured anything out yet. Salary. Golfers. We need 6 golfers. 6. That's going to equal the sum of the in column. Yeah. And here we go. We're going to put here score. We want an optimal score. It's going to be equals sum product, the in column, comma, and our projections. Okay, now we're going to have golfers. Golfer. How many? We need 6. That's going to equal the sum of the golfers column here. Right? Okay, let's go ahead and load the optimizer. Go to the data tab, go over to solver. I'm going to open it up. We want to maximize the score. And we're going to do that by maximizing the variable column. The variable column is the in column, as you know from past videos. Go ahead and run that down. We're going to add some parameters to this so it knows what to do. We're going to say this has to be less than or equal to 50,000. Add. This has to be equal to this. Add. This has to be equal. Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. I'll delete this. Delete that. This has to be equal to this. Wait a minute. Cancel that. Okay, so we got that. We got that. What is this? I don't understand what this frozen thing is here. Let's get that out of there. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see if we can get around it. Add. No, it's not going to let me. What the hell? I've never seen that happen in my entire life. Delete. Why is it doing that? Cancel it. Shut it off. There we go. Okay. Go to solver. I'm going to go back into it. I'm going to hit add. We've got those two ones in. We want this has to be equal to this. Add. We're going to say our lock, our in column. We're going to do our lock right now. Our in column has to be greater than or equal to a lock column. Add. We're going to make one more adjustment here. The in column, again, all the way down, has to be binary. Okay. That should give us the parameters we need to run this. Let's go to the score. Let's just run it one time. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to change this to simplex LP, okay? Solve. Let's see what it does. Okay, it picked them. Great. One more thing we're going to do here. We're going to put name. We're going to put score. We're going to put a formula here. Equals if the H2 equals 1, comma, then give us the person's name, comma, otherwise, quote, quote. Enter. Run this down the whole way to all your players. And you see it's giving you the guys' names already because that's what we want. Equals if H2 equals 1, then give us the projection. Otherwise, quote, quote. Run that all the way down. Same thing. And there's the score. Okay. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to click this little corner. Come into the middle here and open that up. Tighten the thing up a little bit because you want to be able to read the names. All right. Now, I fell for this trick a minute ago. I'm not going to do it again. We're going to position name, salary, average points. Okay. Take this, bring it down. Go to the home page. Make it yellow. Go over to here. Go across the top. Make it black. Make the lettering red. There's your worksheet, okay? Go over to here. Let's do the same thing. We'll make this black. Make the lettering red. We'll make this yellow too to match. How's that? That'll look pretty. I'm going to make that yellow. I'm going to make this red. Okay, now we're going to do one more thing here. We're going to take this. We can. Let me see if we can do this. I wonder if it works. All borders. Yes. And we're going to make a nice little, it's just a setup so it looks clean for you. That's all. You want it to look professional. Now, maybe you don't like that. If you don't like that, don't do it. But I'm going to do it. All right. Okay. So now we have our optimizer set up. Now, if we just wanted a regular optimizer, we got this. You could run this just the way it is. But the guys asked me about macro buttons and stuff. So we're going to go do that right now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to page layout. No, insert. We're going to go see up here where it's shape. We're going to pick that shape. I'm going to pick a rectangle. I'm going to put the rectangle. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Well, okay. I'll put the rectangle like right here. And we're going to click it. Oh, I leave it alone for a second, actually. We're going to go back up to here to see the in column, make it a 0. Clear the names out. Just leave the box where it is right now. We're going to go over to View tab. See where it says Macros? We're going to click that. See where it says Record Macro? We're going to click that. Macro 1. I'm going to write in here a little footnote. Runs Optimizer. Okay, you don't have to do that. It's recording right now. We're going to go over to the Data tab. Go to Solver. We're going to solve it. Run it just the way we just did. It picks your names. Click OK to shut it off. Come down here and click that. You're turning it off. Now there's a macro recorded. You have a macro already done here. We're going to right-click this, assign the macro. What are we going to do? We're going to assign macro 1 to it. Okay. Now we have macro 1 assigned to it, but it's not set up yet. So we got to go up to the View tab, Macros, View Macro, Macro 1. We're going to step into it. We're going to compile it. That doesn't matter. Just delete that. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to delete all that. And we're going to just delete it. We're going to put here, right next to the solver. We'll see where it says solver solve, right there where my little clicker is. We're going to put X equals solver solve, and at the end of it, we're going to put this, TRUE in parentheses. Okay? And that's going to be there. Now we're going to go up to the Tools section, References, and you're going to have to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 or 8 down. You're going to see it says Solver. Click that. You have to activate Solver on this format. In other words, this is basically a little computer program. The program's written, but we're going to connect it to Solver. So that's essentially what we did right there. Click OK. Click off of this. Click off of this. Click off of this. Let's go back and set this up to 0. Okay, let's click this box. We're going to click OK. And look, it runs it for you. All right. Is this pause? Hey, everybody. Okay, I apologize for a second. You might not have realized it, but I had to put this on pause and run downstairs. My dinner was on the table. So, anyways, where do we leave off here? So I believe we had this set up so we were going to put this to, right, we can reset this, click this button and run the thing. Let's assign, all right, let's clear that out. Right-click your box. We're going to put edit text. And I don't know what you can write here, but you could like run optimizer, pick my golfers, anything you like that. We'll go over to the home page. I'm going to click on the here and here because we want to put it in the center. I usually think it looks a little near. I'm going to highlight it, make it a little bigger, like 20. Let's make it red. All right, so there's your run optimizer. Now, what's the next thing we want to do? Well, probably my thought process would be, let's go ahead and clear this out. So how are we going to do that? Well, we'll go over to page layout. Or is insert? Yeah, insert. Pick our shape. For continuity, I'm going to pick the rectangle once again. Put it right here. Make this just a little bit bigger, maybe. Like that. And we're going to record another macro. What are we going to do this time? We're going to go to View tab, go to Macros, click Record Macro, Macro 2. I'm going to make a little footnote, Clear Optimizer, just in case later on I have to do something. I don't want to forget what it does. I'm going to click OK. We'll click here on the 0, run it down. Okay, go down here, click Stop. Now, we're going to right-click this. We're going to assign macro, macro 2. Clears the optimizer. Click OK. Now let's see what we got here. Let's run the optimizer. Now let's see if we can clear the optimizer. See that? There you go. I'm going to right-click it. Edit text. Well, clear optimizer. Just for continuity or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to write that. Go over to here, let's clean it up a little bit. Let's make this word a little bigger. About 20. Make it red. All right, so there you go. Now, we're going to go over to, let's go over to, is it page layout? Is it view? Yeah, we're going to click the view tab where the macro section was, except we're not going to go to the macros. You see over here where it says grid lines? Click it. That gets rid of all your boxes. Why would you want to do that? Well, I'll show you why. We're going to make our optimizer. Go ahead and minimize it. Go over to Google or whatever search engine you like to use. Let it take a second to load. Any day now. I'm going to go to images. Put in, for example, P.G.A. golf. Click it. And let's pick this guy. Right click it. Save image as. Want to save it to pictures. It's a JPEG image. Save it. Okay. You can pretty much click out of this. We don't need it anymore. Let's go back to our original sheet. Pull it up. Now we're going to go over to page layout. And you see where it says background? Let's click that. Insert picture. Browse. Take our pictures. There's the guy we picked. Insert. What this does is it'll insert a photo. Maybe this photo is not the best one, but you get the idea here. Trying to think if we can maybe tighten this up a little bit. No, I don't like that. And that's how you add a photo in the background. All right. Now this is a little wide and you can't see him all that well. This probably isn't the best photo. Maybe you could have used something a little different. Let me go into, we'll delete the background. Let me try another one. Browse. I have other photos that I have here. I'm just seeing if I can get one that might look a little better. Let's try Jimmy Walker. Yeah, see? Now you got him in there golfing. That looks good. What I want to do here is just you don't have to do this at all, but I do. I'm going to highlight these zeros that are in the way of the picture. Let's go up to the top. Let's go back to home. Click this. Let's see what colors make it basically go away. Oh, I like that. Way to go. Let's make them like that. So now it's not standing so much in the way of your photo. The score, on the other hand, that's a little different. Let's make that yellow. Let's make that red. Because you want to know what your optimal score is, right? So let's go up here. We could clear this out. We don't need it. We need it, but we don't need to see it. So let's go here. What makes it closest to gone? Maybe that. I like that. Do the same thing there. All right, so now here you go. You drop in your guys from the DraftKings sheet, right? I wouldn't use these projections. You can, but I wouldn't. But use whatever you want. You open up your optimizer. You drop this in. You say, okay, there we go. Now I want to see what we got here. Well, let's run the optimizer. Okay, it says to pick these guys. I say, oh, you know what? I like that. But you know what? Let's clear it. You know what? I was thinking to myself, I really like. Actually, I'm gonna make this yellow. I actually, make him, let's go back. Let's not. Let's make this, let's keep that in conformity with the rest of it. Black. Right there. You know what? I really like Rory McIlroy this week. I really want him. Okay, well, here's what you do. You put a 1 where you want them. Not a why, not a no. If you've watched my videos, I've gone around about this because I can't, I'm telling you, it takes a lot out of me. I don't even understand how people mess this up. 1, that's what goes there. Nothing else. Not a happy face, a smiley face, a pizza. 1, number 1. Okay? Close it. Now, when we run the optimizer, it's going to pick Rory McIlroy. It forces him into it. Okay? You want to clear that? Draw it down. You want to clear the optimizer? You don't want Rory McIlroy anymore? He's not there anymore. Okay? So you can lock the guy you want. You can you run it. You clear it. You drop in your guys. And that, my friends, is how you make an optimizer using buttons. Now, understand, you could drop this picture in on NFL if you had an NFL spreadsheet. Any, draft. If you like the NASCAR, you could put the race car pictures, all cute stuff like that. The buttons are what they are. This is how we run them. So we add the macro x equals solver true. When you're doing this one you don't have to go in and do all that. You just record it and attach it to it. And that's it. I hope you like that. Run the optimizer. Bang, there's your team. Let's get it out of there. Next week it's ready. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for your support so much. Thumbs up, like. If you have any questions, hit me up. I mean, as you guys can see, I'll follow up on what you asked me to make. If I don't know how to make it, I'll reach out to somebody who does, okay? All right, thank you very much. God bless. God bless Boston. Stay safe out there.